All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders, the great millstone who teach and rule well, and salutations to the Yakim out there laboring of the hopeful elect that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. And pretty much you got Governor Ron DeSantis pretty much flexing his muscle, and he signs a bill stripping Disney World of the self-governing status. Now, there's been a war of words pretty much, that started off pretty much last year, and you're starting to see a domino effect and a tailspin. And I'm pretty much going to tie everything all together with this lesson. But pretty much, Walt Disney pretty much, stuck their nose in Florida politics, because, Ron DeSantis pretty much put a ban on, teaching sexual orientation to, I believe it was fourth graders, all right? Pretty much in having this, this curriculum in the school. And Disney pretty much had a funded pushback against it. So now, Governor DeSantis now is pretty much flexing his muscle. And he may very well be the candidate, all right, for, the 2024 presidential election, if this place is even still standing. But I'm going to play this clip and I'm going to tie everything all in. So without any further ado.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill stripping Disney of its longtime self-governing status in that state. For decades, the area surrounding Walt Disney World, known as the Reedy Creek Improvement District, had its own taxing and bonding authority. Now, this had allowed Disney to make its own planning and zoning decisions, as well as have its own fire department. NBC's Vaughn Hilliard joins us now. And Vaughn, I know you've been following this case closely. Help us understand what exactly the signing of this bill does and what the reaction's been so far.
Right. In the special governing district, Aaron, it has been around for more than 50 years. It was created when the developments for Disney World first started back in the late 60s there. And essentially, we're talking about a 25,000 acre area here, multiple miles in which Disney was given the rights to develop, to place its own tax code, as well as issue its own bonds and really plan its own development across this greater Florida area. But after last year, the Disney company spoke out against what was dubbed the Don't Say Gay bill, which restricted what public school educators were able to teach about sexual orientation and gender identity. The Disney Corporation released a statement at the time pushing back against the legislation. Now, Ron DeSantis said in essentially retaliation that this was a company that was wrong for speaking out against his policy decision. And today, upon signing this legislation, he said, quote, "The corporate kingdom finally comes to an end. There's a new sheriff in town, and accountability will be the order of the day." And in fact, in his book release just here today, DeSantis said he warned Disney ahead of their decision to go public with its pushback that there would be consequences if it so chose to. The biggest difference now with the special governing district is that that board, which was made up of really Disney allies, it is now going to be made up of 5 individuals that are handpicked by Governor DeSantis. To note, there are other Republicans, including former Maryland Governor Larry Hogan, as well as former Vice President Mike Pence, that have pushed back against DeSantis, say that this is against the idea of limited government conservatism. Aaron?
All right, Vaughn Hilliard for us today. Thank you, Vaughn.
And pretty much, right now you're witnessing a end of an era, because now you have to understand the power that Disney had, self-governing, pretty much made up their own tax code. So now they're going to be treated just like a regular, development where they have to pay their due share of taxes. Okay, now we're going to start to see now the real and domino effect that is taking place now that this is put in place now. Okay, they pretty much thought that they were above the law. So now, the governor pretty much had to lay the smack down, and he's going to appoint a board to govern now the pretty much that was the power that was pretty much stripped from Disney. Okay, so now you pretty much are going to see a new way of doing things, because pretty much Disney is pretty much been perverse throughout for decades, man. Okay, when you go into these, they pretty much have been exposed, of doing these this witchcraft within the cartoons, and really just showing pretty much perverse things, man. You know, that people that subconsciously get into your psyche, man. Okay, it's all sorcery and witchcraft, man. At the end of the day, man. But we're gonna see how this all ties in, man, because now, Disney being so powerful, they have a lot of they are the parent of many companies, okay, including ESPN. So now this is a thing here, okay, with ESPN, and it reads, Stephen A. Smith reacts to ESPN potentially laying off some employees, and he quotes, "I might be one of them." Okay, because now Disney being the parent company of ESPN, they are now slated for massive job cuts. You see, all right. So let's get into this real quick with Stephen A. Smith. Right, and it says Stephen A. Smith has been one of the more household names when talking sports, and has been a long time ESPN man. And pretty much, man, this guy's pretty much a coon at the end of the day, man. Sambone coon, and he pretty much threw Kyrie under the bus and pretty much bashed him and kicked his back in at the end of the day. Okay, now he has some type of he was on some type of podcast, and he actually revealed that he has a personal beef with Kyrie. Okay, so not aside from him being a one of the talking heads of these sports programs, he pretty much said that he has a personal beef with him, but he would not disclose what that personal beef was. Okay, so your mind can run wild with your imagination, but through the spirit, I pretty much think that they might have had an encounter, somewhere in New York, when they were both, pretty much off the clock or off the plantation, so to speak, and it might have had been some type of, exchange of words, pretty much. Kyrie doesn't mince his words, and he pretty much probably told Stephen A. what it is, man, and how he felt about him, man. You basically, criticizing me, and it's again, ESPN, pretty much sticks their nose into politics, man. Okay, you see, so this really caused how Kyrie to go through what he went through, and had to meet all these demands pretty much to get back into the NBA. But pretty much, ESPN is really does a lot of talking, man. Instead of showing these other shows, you see, all right, with these talking heads. So now Stephen A. Smith may be one of the guys to get the axe. All right, with his hefty yearly salary. Okay, I think it's on the upwards of probably $8 million a year that I believe he makes. All right, but we're gonna finish reading this, and it says Stephen A. Smith has some dampening news when he shared his 2 cents on reports of ESPN bracing for layoffs in the days to come. And it says, have you all been paying attention to the business landscape? Smith said. On his No Mercy podcast, Disney itself announced that over 7,000 employees are going to be let go. ESPN is under the Disney umbrella. They're going to have cuts coming. Hell, for all I know, I might be one of them. No, now I doubt that. Now I doubt that, but it's possible. No one knows, and he pretty much saying he doubts that. But at the end of the day, he knows that he's pretty much one of the bigger personalities on ESPN. He's just cooning. All right. But here again, Disney. They have to pay their share of taxes. Okay, so now and really, hey, the books are going to be open now. Okay, via through the state of Florida. Okay, and now with the board and having them have to answer to a committee board now and answer and pretty much open up the books and pay their share of taxes now. So pretty much you see now where they're gonna be in for paying major bread. All right, you have to understand that they have 25,000 acres. Okay, all right, of land that was under their control. You see, but again, sticking your nose into politics. You see, but this is Isaiah chapter 3 verse 9. The show of their countenance do witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. And pretty much, the corporate team put together a a rallying cry, pretty much against Governor DeSantis and his ban on the curriculum that was being pushed into schools about sexual orientation. You see, so they came out and the Disney Corporation pretty much funded these protesters to have pushback on it. And this is the payback that DeSantis gave them, man, which was stripping them of their sovereignty. You see, but it says that to show their continence do a witness against them. They declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves, man. And you have Jakes that pretty much are tying themselves into that, man. And I know pretty much now that the sales of people going to Walt Disney World have declined, man. This pretty much divided families as far as the parents against Disney. Having their personal opinions on what should be taught in the schools. So pretty much, the go-to destination pretty much is really no more at the end of the day. Although they get their share of daily travelers to their facilities, but pretty much you have a lot of people that are shying away from this, man. Okay, so they're probably pretty much feeling it as far as that's concerned. Now them have to pay their share of taxes. Okay, hence the cuts, which is going to be 7,000 employees, man. All right, so we're going to see a lot of content pretty much shaved from ESPN. You see, all right, but it says reading on, it says per Front Office Sports, the sports sites that fall under Disney, as Smith explained, will fall under corporate restructuring, and that meant that the group was reportedly cutting off 7,000 jobs and $5.5 billion in costs. The reports also added that the layoffs could amount to 3% of Disney's global workforce. Okay, you see, now you're starting to see they have to basically trim this fat now, man. Okay, all right, pretty much the corporate fat cat, with all of these companies under the umbrella, man, is feeling the pain now, man. You see, okay, it says Smith has been one of the more household names when talking sports and has been a longtime ESPN man, working with different facets of the organization. He was part of their radio segment and even served as a analyst and a host on some of their shows. He is currently the host of ESPN's First Take. And pretty much, this is where he gets to run his mouth, loud mouth, and pretty much voices his opinion, man, on certain things, man. But this whole concept of the sports world is wicked as all hell, man. Okay, it's wicked as all hell. But let's get a scripture real quick. Let's go to Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets, when the sounding of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up to the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And really, we're going to start to see this whole entertainment world being brought low, and pretty much ESPN is really losing a lot of shares of the sports world. You see, pretty much in the NFL making deals with these other streaming services as far as Amazon and YouTube TV. They got the lion's shares of the football games now. And ESPN is only relegated to pretty much tennis and Formula One racing. You see, all right. They even lost the deal with Major League Soccer. All right. So now they pretty much don't have the steady content that they used to have. They're not they're not the powerhouse that they once were. So now Disney really being that they have to trim the fat, they're gonna look no further than ESPN. You know, I see. But we're gonna see how wicked our people are within this sports entertainment world, man. Okay, you see, because you know
LeBron James.
I'm gonna sit here and you're gonna just watch this video. All right, I'm gonna let it play a few times through a certain loops, and what you see here now is LeBron James, pretty much his ritual as far as him pretty much before every game, and it's when you really look at this man and what he's doing, okay, he's doing a little bit too much, okay. Everything is calculated and this is a routine. Okay, and you see above the screen of the basically the witchcraft that he's basically the spirit that's pretty much putting out there, man. You see it. Okay, all right. It's going to do everything that he's doing. You see? Okay, you see it. All right, all right. So now we're gonna go to pretty much how this guy here, all right, Stephen A. Smith, and really, man, this is all wickedness, man. You hear this? You give your God-given talent, as a athlete, okay? Because nobody does it better than Jake at the end of the day. You see, nobody does it better than Jake at the end of the day. But now you start to see now, okay, what they have to do to keep their coins, man. Okay, and to elevate to that higher level. Like one of the brothers said that, man, this is the reason why he had pretty much got that scoring title, man. All right. This is Proverbs. Pull it up real quick. This is Proverbs chapter 12, verse 26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduce them, man. Okay? So this man is pretty much seduced and defiled, man. Okay? You see? All right? And with this guy here, Stephen A. Smith, pretty much and he's supposed to be the go-to guy when you want to start talking about politics, man. Okay? You see? This is the man that's the go-to man. He's supposed to be the voice of black people, so to speak, man. Okay? But this man right here is just a aiding and abetting, man. Everything that goes against Yahweh Bashim Yahushai at the end of the day, man. You see? All right, this is Proverbs chapter 20, verse 17. Bread of deceit is sweet to a man, all right, and it's sweet to this man. This man is wicked as all hell, man. You see, the bread of deceit, and basically persecuting, man. Jake, okay, even with the John Morant thing, man, he had his 2 cents to say. Now, let alone now, John Morant, he's just a nigga, He got now and now all of a sudden now he got this NBA contract. He had a couple of endorsements, I believe, and he thinks now he's a gangster. Now, gotta make a point here as far as guns is concerned. That's his own man's business, man. If a man has ownership of a firearm legally, that's his business. But the way that he came out with it, and they take it and they make it into a negative light. Because why? It's because if they would have shown, John Morant was shown pretty much at a shooting range or a target practice somewhere, it probably wouldn't have been much hoopla though, man. But it was the context of where the gun was being shown in that video was what sent the whole sports world reeling, pretty much. And this man has yet to be played a game yet in weeks, you see? And that's pretty much a sports world again, getting involved with a man's business and in politics, man. Okay? And at the end of the day, nobody went to jail behind that. Okay, there was a gun in the thing, but the context of the whole thing was all wicked and off, man. You know, okay, flashing a gun like that is not cool. You know, all right. But if a man has a legally owned firearm, man, that's his business, man. That's the way that this place set it up, man. Okay, as a right. Okay, you see, all right. Although that's not going to deliver you from anything. You know, you see, right? But it says, bread of deceit is sweet to a man, but afterwards his mouth shall be filled with gravel. Okay, and this man, they about to tell this man to send him packing, man. Or pretty much you're gonna have to take a massive pay cut. But this man, he's already talking about future endeavors on doing nighttime TV, and he wants to be a big time celebrity now. This is his new thing now. If the ESPN thing doesn't work out, he wants to do late night TV. This is what he's pretty much talking about, man. You see, all right, but all right, we're starting to see the effects of this whole thing, man, and how they have to cut 7,000 jobs and 5.5 billion in costs, man. Okay, so this is not going to be all amounted to salaries. This is going to be amount to sports content, so to speak, man. Okay, you see. So now what do they have left? You all right? Pretty much maybe a tennis contract, and pretty much Formula, and they might as well just be a talking head show, and that's pretty much what it really is at the end of the day, man. Okay, ESPN is not really showing you anything anymore, man. They're basically showing you, and the only thing people watch is Sports Center. Okay, as far as sports content is concerned, man, they don't have it no more. Okay, these other streaming services are basically are drying them out, man. Okay, you see. So now you're starting to see the whole empire of Disney starting to crumble, man. Okay, all right, and all their wicked movie studios that are under that umbrella, man. Okay, you're gonna start to see the effects of this whole thing, man. All right, but just a little something to the spirit. Was inspired by a video. Brother had put up on the chat. Concerning LeBron James and his old witchcraft and wickedness and what he's doing, man. And just goes to show you, man, that these people, man, are controlled by Satan, man. Okay, and they have to continue to do these these sorceries and these rituals, man. Okay, to be able to stay on top, man. Okay, and you got the people like him, this Sambo Bo Coon, and pretty much keep the plantation in order, man. All right, you see. All right, so with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, Shalom, Akim.